Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn the concept of data types. Have you heard about data types? Yes, maybe or may not be. Data types are the types of data which we are entering inside the system memory while doing any high level programming like C, C++ or any other high level language. Today we are going to learn the basic concept of data types. Data types are basically four types in C++ which we are doing today for int, char, float and double. There are four data types which are also present in C. They are similar but the format specifier are used in case of C language. See, if you see the chart, there are four types and we have mentioned the memory representation for them. That means how much memory is represented by each data type. Isn't it? So float double is used for decimals. That means whenever they are internally stored, that means float will store 4 bytes and double will store 8 bytes. When we think about the practicals, that means how we can represent the data while we are doing the practicals, we have to move like we are doing the simple program. For example, we have to start with the header file, then we will use this all data types. For example, we will take a integer data type for taking the roll number, isn't it, and marks for float, isn't it. Char means character, that means we are taking the name or gender. Gender is for what? Male or female. That means char n for the gender, and if I use a char n, that means n for the name, so I can use a name G or anything. So I use name here. I represent it with the, as you know, we have to put a bracket in for the width because char G can have 1 byte and char name 20 bytes, right? So you have to, you know, difference between the both. You have to represent the difference between the both. The first char will take a single character and the line number 7 will contain the 20 characters, right? And float m, as you have already learned, that float m is for decimal, double D is for also the decimal. Internally representation will be different, but when we run the program there will be no, you know, specific change in while output, but it will be a difference will be where the representation inside the memory, right, how they are represented inside the memory. See what we are entering, like enter the roll number. As you know, cout is for the output statement, cin is for the input statement. So we are representing like this. So in this way we did the whole program for inputting the data, right? Okay, now when we talk about, we have to enter the marks. For example, we say marks in double. We just want to see that double is also the float type, right? Internally the precision will be increased, like in case of float it will take near about 6 digits, and in case of double it will take more than 6 digits after the decimal. But when we see the output, it will be the same here because it will give you the random figure, right? But internally it will represent in 4 bytes and the second will represent in 8 bytes. You have to remember it like that. Okay, now we have done the procedure for input. Now we will display it like the cout statement. Why we have put endl statement? As you know, endl is for the new line, so we represent the data like this. So marks in double format and the whole output can be represented like this. Now this is fine. All the data types we have, you know, practically did here, and we just see whether the all types of data types are working or not. Okay, we will run the program. We will compile the program first. Why? We will see how many errors are there in our program, and before compiling it will ask us for the name, so we will, put the name for it, and we will save the one thing you have to remember. You have to use the using namespace std for the GUI editor. So we have put that statement inside this, and then I'm again running the program with the iostream and conio.h with the file, and then I'll execute the file and I compile it. See, errors 00, warning 00. Right, now I can see the output as well. See, enter the roll number. Now we are putting the all data together. Yes, that's our output. So if I put a space between the gender and F, roll number and 1, it will be look very good. But we don't have to check the format here. We have to check just the data types, how data types are working in our C++ programming. We can run it again and see many other outputs. For that we will enter the roll number and we will enter the, you see what we are checking here. We are checking the basically the double and the float. So if you see the double and the float here, we are getting the number in a random format. So it depends on the compiler to compiler. When we were using the basic compiler, it were returning me the value up to 6 digit, but this compiler, this GUI compiler, is giving me the random for the values. For example, 8.888, it will not go to that, it will go to the 5, isn't it? In this way I have again run the program and the same output is here also, right? You can see the output is there, right? So this is how we can do different data types together, and we can see when you make a big program, it's very difficult for us to define the each data type and to clear our concept for each data type. It's better to have a practice. For that, you make a small program for different data types, and then you go for the big programs or projects, isn't it? Hope this lecture is clear to you about the data types, and you will learn lot of data types from this. You will make your programs, and we will meet in our next lecture related to the C++. If this is, you feel that if this lecture is helpful to you, so keep watching, subscribe the channel, and share the channel so that I can make more and more content for you people so that you can learn. Thank you.